Hello, I'm Thomas Schreiner, the Lean Farmer, and welcome to another short video from Farming Outside the Box. This week I got an improvement for you that doesn't have anything to do with on the farm, but it has everything to do with on the farm. But it's more of an improvement for your mind, or how you look at things, or how you approach goals, or how you approach life. So check out this improvement and see if you can do anything with it yourself. So my good friend Paul Akers wrote his fourth book called Lean Life, and I've read it twice and I'll probably read it again. And Lean Life is about using your mind, and in that book he gets you to create a document that he calls the Are You Happy document. And here's my Are You Happy document, and right away you can see that this is a lengthy document that you have to put some time and thought into. This is not just something that you real quickly write down a couple things on. It takes some serious thought and some effort. The first thing you start with are you list the things that make you unhappy. And you've probably never thought about that, or if you have, you probably haven't ever taken the time to write them down. And then after you write down the things that make you unhappy, then you write down what are you going to do about that. So that's what all the bullet points are that I have right there, is what am I going to do about the things that make me unhappy. And it's kind of a deep thing. You're talking about areas that may bother you. And then the next part of the document is what makes you happy. And I put a Bible verse in there to remind me to be content before I talk about the things that make me happy. But then I listed all the things that make me happy, and then I did the same thing. I started working on what am I going to do about those things that make me happy, and how am I going to keep working on those things that make me happy. And it's everything from personal things to spiritual things to just like I like raising, watching hogs. What am I going to do to make sure I get to do that and keep doing that? Just like I like reading and learning. That's another piece of it. What am I going to do to make sure I keep being able to read and learn? And then this is a living document that's always changing. And so just about every day I'm making improvements to it. The next part I have in there are healthy habits. And these are things that I want to work into my life. So for example, I'm not up to 100 continuous push-ups yet, but I was getting close. And you can see here I haven't flushed out part of my healthy habits document. I'm still working on that. And then big goals, that's another thing, another section in there that I enjoy. You list all of the big goals that you want to accomplish, and then you put a date beside them. And then eventually I'm going to go in there and put what am I going to do to make sure I accomplish those. And for me, I put them in sequential order so I can keep track of that. And then another section I have in there are things that I will never do. For example, never think that I cannot achieve my largest goal, to never dwell on negative thoughts. And then you list those things. And one of my favorite ones is sayings. So, for example, my dad has always said, change is inevitable, growth is optional. And that's just something that kind of constantly keeps me thinking about those things. And then there's a section in there about what you learned from people. That's interesting to kind of go over and really write down, what have I learned from this person? And then you take that and dwell on it. So, for example, from Paul, I've learned improve every day, respect people, and people will be drawn to you. But you list those things in there. And then for me, I listed some Bible verses that I enjoy looking at frequently. But again, this document is all about making you think about what makes you unhappy, then what makes you happy, and then what are you going to do about it? And you have to write it down, and you will be blown away by how detailed you can get with it. So every night I tweak on this and improve on it, and then every morning I listen to this, almost every morning, and remind myself about what I'm trying to work on to get better about and what my goals are. So you can do everything with Lean on the farm and even in your life. So are you using Lean to improve your life? Thanks again for watching another short video from Farming Outside the Box.